Unmute.
बाळ कधी करायचं आहे?
Good morning, all. Am I audible to all of you? Okay, good morning. Start off with the next today. So today we're going to be focusing on the second chapter. I'll just open up this chapter for you people on the textbook as well. Just hold on. So this is the second important chapter as far as your CET is being concerned. We're going to be focusing on this part of the chapter. This is one of those very important chapters as far as your CET exams have been concerned. So let's begin on with this chapter of life processes in the living organisms, part 1. Okay, yeah. So let's begin first with the basic idea of life process. Now, what do we mean by life processes? Is my voice lagging by any chance? No, it's not lagging. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah. So let's continue. First, we'll start off with what exactly is this life process. So life process से शुरुआत करेंगे. Life process is what you say is all these processes that have been required as far as the livingness of a human being is being concerned. This is what you know as the life process. Okay, so we'll start off with the life process straight away without wasting much time. Here we go. Okay, so first we'll start off with respiration. Now this is one of those most important parts that have been there from this chapter. Okay, so what we mean by respiration? Respiration, is it breathing? No, it's not breathing. Respiration is a different process, whereas breathing is a different process. Respiration is a process of production of energy in your body. If at all an organism is supposed to survive, there is going to be energy requirement. Okay, without energy, hum zinda nahi reh sakte. So that's where this respiration comes into play. Okay, so is breathing equal to respiration? Obviously, no. So what's the difference between them? So respiration is a process of production of energy, whereas breathing is a process of just exhaling gases. Rather, we would be very much precise on that. We would say that breathing is a physical process, whereas respiration is a biochemical process. Okay, now what do you think? Why do we need energy? We need energy basically for all the activities that have been there in your body, any kind of a metabolic activity, any kind of a physical activity. like what you just been doing, we've been listening, right? So for any kind of a stuff that's being done by us, किसी भी तरह का activity, चाहे आप sleeping ही consider कर लो, so even that is going to be needing energy. Okay, so to conduct all the metabolic, physical, and all the other actions of your body, we need energy. Now, how do we get this energy? Which has been done by production of breaking down of these glucose molecule that have been consumed by us. जो भी हम glucose molecule consume करते हैं, तो उन glucose molecules को कट करके, ब्रेक करके, उसमें से एनर्जी का डेरिवेशन होता है in the form of this ATP. Okay, so this is very important. इस चीज को हमेशा याद रखना that breathing and respiration are not the same processes. Breathing, respiration दोनों अलग अलग है. Breathing physical process है, respiration एक biochemical process है. Okay, let's proceed ahead. So अगर हमें सिर्फ खाने से ही एनर्जी मिलती, so what will happen if at all we say कि चलो हमने हफ्ता भर खाना नहीं खाया, तो how where do we get this energy from? हमें एनर्जी कहाँ से मिलेगी? So in that case, your body is already having stored sugar molecules which are known as glycogen. ये glycogen molecules जो हैं, ये stored formats हैं हमारे body में, and these stored formats that are there, I mean used as the preservatives. जब कभी भी जरूरत पड़ती है, ये हमारे रिजर्व में एनर्जी के मॉलिक्यूल्स है, जब कभी भी हमारे बॉडी में जरूरत पड़ेगी एनर्जी की, ग्लाइकोजन इज गोना बी ब्रोकन डाउन एंड दैट्स हाउ एनर्जी इज गोना बी प्रोड्यूस्ड फ्रॉम इट. ओके, सो दिस इज हाउ हमारे बॉडी में एनर्जी का कांस्टेंट सप्लाई जो है वो शुरू रहेगा ही रहेगा. Okay. Have you aware of mitochondria? What is a mitochondria? What does it do? Yes, what does a mitochondria do? Very good. It's known as the powerhouse of the cell. It's one that produces energy. Energy का production जो है, ये mitochondria से किया जाता है. That's how you know it as the powerhouse of the cell. Yes. Okay, what is ATP? Now ये जो energy बनाता है mitochondria, this is in the form of ATP. What is ATP? Yes, what is the full form of ATP? Yeah, very good. It is adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. ये हमारे body का energy currency. Like जैसे हमें हर एक चीज के लिए we need energy, right? Each and every process that's been conducted, we need some of the other form of an energy. So that's how this ATP that's there is a form of an energy that's there. It's a currency of your body. जैसे हम लोग कहीं कुछ बाहर लेने जाते हैं, we have to shell out currency. उसी तरह से for any kind of activity that's supposed to be done in your body, we will always need. Okay, great. अब हम इस ATP का पार्ट जो है वो देखेंगे. तो सबसे पहले we'll start off with the basics of respiration. It's the process of production of energy in the form of ATP in your body. Okay. Now, what exactly will happen to the food that we eat? सबसे पहले तो food जो हम consume करते हैं, this is going to be digested. Okay. Digestion के बाद what happens next is goes in for the process of absorption. Absorb होके वो assimilate हो जाता है, मतलब हर एक सेल तक food जो है वो blood के द्वारा पहुंच जाता है. Once it reaches your blood, once it reaches your blood, it has been transported to every cell of your body. ये हमारे cells को transport जो है वो किया जाता है. एक बार cells को transport हो गया, cells क्या करेंगे? Cell will take up these glucose molecules, cell will break down these glucose molecule, and thereby making sure that the ATP is going to be produced. Okay, so this is how the food is being processed. So the food consumed by us is digested and absorbed by in your body. That transports the absorbed food to each and every cell of your body. The cells absorb it and transport it toward the mitochondria. And mitochondria क्या करेगा? It will be producing the energy out of. This is the structure of ATP. अब इसे ATP क्यों कहते हैं? So यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो that there is an adenine molecule. This ribose sugar in with a double ring compound. This is what you know as an adenine molecule. Okay. अब इसका नाम है TP. TP stands for triphosphates. तो यहाँ पे अगर आप देखते हो तो there are three phosphates, alpha, beta and gamma. Okay. since यहाँ पे 3 phosphates हैं, this is being known as ATP. Okay, adenosine triphosphate. So that's how this is important. Okay, so ये adenine molecule, उसके साथ alpha molecule, alpha group, beta group and gamma group. So इसलिए इसे हम ATP कहते हैं. Okay, now let's start off with a scientific approach of this respiration. So respiration is a metabolic process that occurs in all organisms. What is a metabolic process? The metabolic process is nothing but sum of all the chemical reactions that occur in our body. हमारे body में जितने भी chemical reactions होते हैं, ये सारे के सारे chemical reactions collectively together are what you know as the metabolic reaction. Right? So it has been considered as a biochemical process that occurs within the cell of an organism. In this process, the energy, that's ATP, is being produced by the breakdown of glucose, which is being further used by the cells for various functions. Every living species, from a single-celled organism to a dominant multicellular organism, has to go in through the process of respiration. Please have a screenshot of this. Okay, great. Now we'll be moving on into the two types of respiration. Now this is something that's going to be important for your CET part. Respiration जो है ये दो बेसिक तरह के होते हैं. पहला होता है एक्सटर्नल रेस्पिरेशन, दैट्स ब्रीदिंग. दूसरा है इंटरनल रेस्पिरेशन, दैट्स द एक्चुअल सेलुलर रेस्पिरेशन. नाउ जब हम एक्चुअल सेलुलर रेस्पिरेशन में जाते हैं, ये भी दो टाइप्स के. वी आर हैविंग द एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन एंड वी आर हैविंग द anaerobic respiration. As the name suggests, aerobic respiration is a type of respiration which needs oxygen. Okay, the one that takes place in the presence of oxygen is what you know as the aerobic respiration, whereas something that takes place in the absence of oxygen is what you know as an anaerobic respiration. So I'll repeat this again. Respiration दो तरह के. पहला है external respiration, मतलब normal breathing जो हम सांस लेते हैं वो, right? दूसरा होता है internal respiration कि जब ये gases अंदर जाते हैं, so they go to the cell और वहां से फिर energy production. So that's what you know as the internal respiration. Next, जब हम इंटरनल रेस्पिरेशन की बात करें, इंटरनल रेस्पिरेशन में भी आगे हमारे पास दो टाइप्स हैं. We're having the aerobic respiration and we have the anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is a part जहाँ पे there is a usage, there is a presence of oxygen. जबकि anaerobic respiration में oxygen की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है. So the respiration that takes place in the presence of oxygen is what you know as aerobic respiration, and the one that takes place in the absence of oxygen, this is what you know as anaerobic respiration. Let's proceed ahead with the next part. This is the difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. This is something that is once again going to be useful for us as far as our competitive exams are being concerned. So please have a screenshot of this. I'll be adding one more point to it. ये point जो है ये भी हमारे CET में it can turn up as a question. In the meantime, you can just have a screenshot of this. Okay, so there's one more point added to this. Aerobic respiration में when one glucose molecule is going to be broken down, this is going to be yielding. This is going to be giving you 38 ATPs. Okay. Whereas when you consider anaerobic respiration, one glucose molecule is going to be yielding you 2 ATPs. So that's how these are the differences. एक ग्लूकोज मॉलिक्यूल 38 ATPs देता है, जबकि एक ग्लूकोज मॉलिक्यूल एनारोबिकली जब रेस्पिरेशन होता है तब सिर्फ और सिर्फ 2 ATP मॉलिक्यूल देता है. तो आपको क्या लगता है व्हिच इज मोर इकोनॉमिकल फॉर द बॉडी? ज्यादा किफायती कौन सा है? इज इट एरोबिक, इज इट एनारोबिक? Yes, obviously it's the aerobic one that's more economical for the body. की body एक ग्लूकोज मॉलिक्यूल को ब्रेक करेगी तो कम से कम एटलीस्ट देयर इज सम रीजनेबल अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी दैट्स बीन gained. Okay, you people can have a screenshot of this. I hope you people have had a screenshot. अगर नहीं तो please take a screenshot of this. Okay, let's proceed ahead. No, the sharing of the PPT is not possible. This is all confidential, so I cannot share you this PPT. Sorry. Okay, we'll first talk about the anaerobic respiration part. सबसे पहले anaerobic respiration की बात करेंगे. So what exactly does it mean? So anaerobic respiration is a type of respiration, जैसे हम सबको definition से ही पता है. It's a type of respiration where there is the absence of oxygen. मतलब glucose breakdown तो होगा, but the absence, the oxygen is absent in this. Now, due to this, what is going to be happening is the amount of energy that's going to be produced is comparatively low. Okay. Now, anaerobic respiration क्या हमारे body में होता है? Can we respire? Like, can we break down any kind of a molecule without oxygen? The first sight we all will think no, नहीं हो सकता. हम लोग ऑक्सीजन के बिना जिंदा ही नहीं रह सकते. तो how can we make energy without oxygen? That's not possible. But we are all aware of a condition which we know as cramps. So oftenly ऐसा होता है कि जब excessive exercise हो जाती है, बहुत ज़्यादा exercise हो जाती है, at that time what will happen is हमारी body में glucose molecules तो होते हैं, but due to the lack of oxygen हमारी body जो है वो produce करना शुरू कर दे, starts producing energy without the presence of oxygen as well. Okay, let's consider a very simple condition. A dog is after you. Okay, now when a dog starts running after you, eventually after a certain stage you rush through your processes. आप भागना शुरू कर देते हो बहुत तेज, and after you stop you'll start realizing अरे अचानक से हाथ पैर जो दर्द करना शुरू हो गए. Now how does it happen? So what exactly has happened in your body? So होता ये है कि जब आप बहुत ज्यादा तेज भाग रहे हो, when a dog is after you, that time आपकी बॉडी में ग्लूकोज तो है, but breathing is being limited. मतलब आप तेजी से सांस ले सकते हो, that's fine, but after a certain limit आपका breathing जो है वो काम नहीं आता. So at that time भी हमारी body को energy तो provide करनी है. So what your body does is it starts breakdown of these glucose molecule in the absence of oxygen itself. कि चलो नहीं है ऑक्सीजन, फिर भी ठीक है, बॉडी को एनर्जी देना जरूरी है. Body is in an emergency condition, so let's break down this glucose in the absence of oxygen as well. Now, ये भी सारी चीजें हमारे बॉडी में होती है, और जब कभी भी ये प्रोसेस होता है तब हमारे बॉडी में 38 ATP की जगह पे सिर्फ और सिर्फ 2 ATP मॉलिक्यूल जो है वो बनते हैं. ओके, सो देयर इज अ लॉस, बट एट द सेम टाइम जब हमारी बॉडी में एनारोबिक रेस्पिरेशन होता है, देयर इज अ प्रोडक्शन ऑफ अ वेरी यूनिक केमिकल मॉलिक्यूल which is known as lactic acid. ओके, आप सबने ही पढ़ा होगा, लैक्टिक एसिड जो है हमारे बॉडी में प्रोड्यूस होना शुरू हो जाता है. Now, जब lactic acid produce होगा, at that time what will happen? It will lead to formation of what you know as cramps in your body. क्या हमने सुना है कभी cramps के बारे में? Oftenly आप हम सब ने सुना होगा यार, लोगों को cramps आते हैं, कि sportsmen को भी cramps आते हैं, so एकदम अचानक से बहुत ज्यादा मेहनत हो गई, so there is a formation of what you know as cramps. So ये cramps जो हैं, these do occur due to these lactic acid molecules that are being produced by the anaerobic respiration. Okay, so let's proceed ahead with the next part. So human beings में anaerobic respiration होता है? Yes, definitely होते हैं. Okay, अब इन cramps को release कैसे करते हैं? So it is just been done by simply the application of hot water. How does the application of hot water helps us out? Whenever there's an application of hot water, remember there's an increase in blood circulation. गर्म पानी से नहाने के बाद जब आप बाहर निकलते हो, you can see that your face has turned pink. So what is exactly happened is आपकी body में blood circulation जो है वो बढ़ जाता है, right? तो blood circulation बढ़ने की वजह से lactic acid जो एक जगह पे concentrated था, is now been dispersed, is now being spread throughout the body, thereby reducing down the concentration of lactic acid in that particular area. Now, जब ये concentration reduce हो चुका है, at that time the cramp has automatically been used. Okay, so how does it work? It has been done by increasing the speed of the blood. Okay, now ये तो हो गई human beings की बारी, but छोटे organisms जो हैं वो भी anaerobic respiration करते हैं, उनमें ये process ज़्यादा beneficial होता है. So lactic acid fermentation, it's been also been performed by some fungi and certain bacteria, and sometimes by your muscles as well. Now, when these bacteria and the fungi have been used in this, they lead to the process of what you know as fermentation. Okay, it's a process like a lot of stuffs have been made by the process of fermentation. You can consider the beverages that are there; these are all been made by the process of fermentation. So वहाँ पे anaerobic respiration की जरूरत पड़ती है. Okay, अब move करेंगे towards aerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration is a type of respiration in which there is the presence of oxygen that's been needed. Okay, oxygen की जरूरत जो है वो यहाँ पे पड़ती है, इसलिए हम इसे कहते हैं aerobic respiration. Now, the type of a cellular respiration that takes place in the presence of oxygen to produce energy. ये continuous process होता है which is being taking inside the body of plants and animals. हर कोई plants and animals की body में ये process होता है. This process can be explained with the help of a chemical equation. This is very important equation for us. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो, there's a glucose molecule along with the oxygen. This gives out carbon dioxide, water along with the energy that's there. 30 ATP जो है ये हमें इस process के दौरान मिलते हैं. So I would recommend you people to have a screenshot of this. The gases that you breathe in, oxygen breathe करते हो, वो अंदर जाता है, it breaks down these glucose molecule, it gives out carbon dioxide, which has been given out once again by this process of aerobic respiration. Please have a screenshot of this. Okay, now अगर हम लोग aerobic respiration देखें human beings का, so aerobic respiration जो है, it has been occurring in 3 basic steps. The first step that you can see out here, the one that's there in green on the left hand side of your screen, that's what you know as glycolysis. सबसे पहला step है as far as aerobic respiration is being concerned. The second step that's there is the one that's been inside the mitochondria. Mitochondria के अंदर यहाँ पे जो आपको दिख रहा है, one, this is what you know as a Krebs cycle. Okay, And last but not the least, you have the electron transport system, the ETS that's there. तो ये तीन processes के बाद now the 38 ATP molecules are being yielded inside the body. Okay, now is it happening in a single step? क्या ये एक step का process है? Definitely not. अगर ये एक step का process होता तो आपका cell burst हो जाता था. Giving out 30 ATP molecule just in one stroke will open up the cell, फोड़ देगा पूरी तरह से इस cell को. But this does not occur because the production of an energy is a stepwise process. ये धीरे धीरे चलने वाला process है. That's why it is. Okay. Now हम इन तीनों parts में move करेंगे. But first start off with glycolysis. So cellular respiration में क्या होता है? हम carbohydrates, glucose molecules को तीन step में break करते हैं. Glycolysis, Krebs cycle, or ETS, that is electron transfer system or electron transfer chain. We'll first start off with the process of glycolysis. Now, as the name suggests, this is something that is important for your CET exams. CET exam में पूछ सकते हैं what is glycolysis. So glycolysis, I'll give you the exact meaning of this word. We'll break down this word. This word has been broken down as glyco plus lysis. Okay. Glyco comes from the word glucose. Lysis is breakdown. So the process of breakdown of glucose molecule को break down करने वाले process को हम कहते हैं glycolysis. Okay? So this is as simple as it. Yes, glucose, when it's been broken down, this is what you know as glycolysis. It's a process of breakdown of glucose and converted into pyruvate along with the ATP molecules NADH2 and okay. So आप कहोगे sir, what exactly is this pyruvate? So pyruvate is a product. एक reactant है तो दूसरा product, right? So glucose को जब हम break down करते हैं, it leads to the formation of what you know as pyruvate. So pyruvate that's there is a product which is going to be needed in the next reaction. अगले reaction में लगने वाला ये एक product है. Okay. Now you'll be also wondering what is this NADH or NADH2. So NADH stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. Okay, it is a type of a hydrogen acceptor because glycolysis इस process के दौरान hydrogen जो है वो release होगा, तो उस hydrogen को accept करने वाला भी तो कोई चाहिए. That's how this NADH that's there or NAD that is a nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide ये जो है ये hydrogen को accept करने वाला molecule है. That's how it's an hydrogen acceptor. Okay, so a summation of the reaction has been given. Glucose, when it's broken down, it gives out pyruvate along with NADH2, water and ATP. Okay. Now, एक चीज को याद रखना. This is one more favorite question of the examiners out there for CET is how many ATP molecules are being yielded by glycolysis. Glycolysis में कितने ATP molecules जो है वो बनते हैं? What's supposed to be your answer? Wonderful. It's supposed to be 2 ATPs exactly. So एक glucose molecule जो है ये 2 ATPs को use करेगा. Please have a screenshot of this. इसका screenshot निकाल लो. Please have a screenshot of this. Okay, now अब एक और सवाल जो आपको पूछा जा सकता है in this CET exam is the first statement that's like glycolysis कहाँ पे होता है? So I've given you the answer out here. Glycolysis or to occur in the cytoplasm. Glycolysis जो है ये हमेशा सेल के साइटोप्लाज्म में ही होता है. Okay, so this is that, जैसे मैंने कहा कि production of an energy is a stepwise process, because अगर one shot energy release हो जाएगी, it will lead to breakage of the cell. पूरी तरह से cell जो है वो फूट जाएगा. Hence, it's a stepwise process. That's there. We fortunately do not have any reactions that have been there into these steps, but this is something that you'll be learning in your higher standards. That's 12th standard. Okay. Now, glycolysis का जो product है, that is known as pyruvate. ये pyruvate अब हम सबको पता है that this has been produced in the cytoplasm. यहाँ पे there's a term cytosol. It's nothing but equivalent to your cytoplasm. Okay. अब ये रिएक्शन को अगर आगे बढ़ना है, जैसे मैंने कहा there are 3 steps. पहला है ग्लाइकोलाइसिस, दूसरा है क्रेब्स साइकिल और तीसरा है ETS, दैट इज इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसफर सिस्टम. तो सबसे पहला तो हो गया ग्लाइकोलाइसिस जो हमने अभी पढ़ा. ग्लाइकोलाइसिस होता है साइटोप्लाज्म में. ग्लाइकोलाइसिस का एंड प्रोडक्ट है पाइरुवेट, राइट. नाउ ये पाइरुवेट जो है ये साइटोप्लाज्म से धीरे से अंदर सरक जाएगा. इट इज गोइंग टू बी गेटिंग इनटू द माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया ऑफ अ सेल. Okay, so your pyruvate enters into the mitochondria of a cell. अब जब ये माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में एंटर करता है, there is a slight modification to this molecule. और इस modification के बाद your pyruvate is known as acetyl coenzyme A. तो यहाँ पे मैंने दिया हुआ है नाम acetyl coenzyme A. Now this acetyl coenzyme A will be the reactant for the next reaction too. Okay, so there is a reaction pyruvate जो साइटोप्लाज्म में बना है. This is going to move area and chemical. This slide is also important for you. Please have a screenshot of this. Okay. This is going to be for the Krebs cycle. The next cycle that's coming is reacted for that. Krebs cycle में हमें acetyl coenzyme की जरूरत जो है वो पड़ने वाली है. The chapter, the concept that's there is huge in this. बहुत सारे concepts हैं. So I cannot rush through. Okay. The next reaction that's there is what you know as Krebs cycle. Now this is something that can once again come into your CET exam. A lot of chances of a lot of questions being asked on this. So first thing, who discovered the Krebs cycle? This was been discovered by Sir Hans Krebs. Okay, ये scientist का नाम था. This cycle is also known as the citric acid cycle. This is also known as TCA, that's tricarboxylic acid cycle, or this is also known as the Krebs cycle. Okay. So ये तीन अलग अलग नाम है. Citric acid cycle, tricarboxylic acid cycle. So ये क्या होता है? So it's a series of chemical reactions used by all the aerobic organisms to release the stored energy from acetyl coenzyme derived from the carbohydrate. So carbohydrate जो acetyl coenzyme में बना हमारा glycolysis के end में बना pyruvate और जो convert हुआ आगे into acetyl coenzyme में, यहाँ से the energy release is going to be beginning, and that's where this long journey moves on. So this is Sir Hans Krebs who started or discovered this Krebs cycle. Now the acetyl coenzyme that's there is going to be entering into the mitochondria. During this process, carbon dioxide, water, NADH2 and FADH2 are going to be released. Now NADH2 हमने देखा nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide hydrogenase. Okay. उसी तरह से there is one more molecule FAD. FAD stands for flavin adenine dinucleotide. Flavin adenine dinucleotide. This is one more type of an hydrogen acceptor. ये एक और ऐसा केमिकल मॉलिक्यूल है जो हाइड्रोजन को एक्सेप्ट करेगा, hence it's FAD. ओके, मैं आपको इन दोनों के फुल फॉर्म, अब दोनों भी रिएक्शंस ग्लाइकोलाइसिस में जितने NADH2 और FADH2 बने which we know as the ATC or the ATS. Okay. Now यहाँ पे there is a usage of that are being produced about the both the reactions. The electron transfer system is a series of complex reaction that transfers electrons from the electron donors. अब यहाँ पे there is just a shift in the electrons. Electrons जो accept करके higher energy stage में जाएंगे. After a certain several period of time ये energy को release करके once again they're going to be moving back to the lower energy level. अब इस processes के दौरान there is a lot of release of energy and this energy is being used for producing ATP. Okay, so यहाँ पे redox reactions होते हैं. Redox reaction मतलब क्या? Redox reaction is a combination of reduction and oxidation. ये दोनों reactions जो है simultaneously चलेंगे. That's how this redox reaction is there. Okay? अब इस इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसफर सिस्टम से क्या आता है? So what can come in your exam? Okay. This statement that I've given you is very important. This will definitely come in your CT exam. कि एक NADH2 molecule जब आपके ATS में उतरता है, so how much ATP does it yield? So one NADH2 molecule is always going to be yielding 3 ATP, जबकि one FADH2 molecule is going to be yielding 2 ATP. Okay, एक NADH2 मॉलिक्यूल से 3 ATP बनते हैं, जबकि एक FADH2 मॉलिक्यूल से 2 ATP जो है वो बनेंगे. Apart from this ATP, water is also being formed during this process. Yes, I have given you the full forms of these two molecules: NADH2 nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide and FADH2 flavin-adenine dinucleotide. ये दो है, both of them are hydrogen. इस चीज को याद रखो. NADH2 and FADH2, these are the hydrogen acceptors. Is it fine? Is it fine now? अब आवाज ठीक है? Yeah, I'll show you the previous slide. This is very important. Please have a screenshot of this. इसका screenshot जो है वो निकाल लो. Ayush, thank you. Yeah. This is a basic of electron transfer. Done. As I've said, very हमारे time में आएगा कि एक NH2 और एक molecule These are the full forms of NADH and FADH2. Both these enzymes have been formed in the cell and have been used in cellular respiration. Okay, we'll go through the whole process that's been learned till now. Is it clear now? यहाँ पे अब आवाज ठीक है? Actually, I'm traveling and the bus has been stuck up in the traffic. So, network, पता नहीं कहाँ हुई। Siddhi, please check your network connection now. This is what we have learned so far. We've gone through the process of glycolysis, glucose is broken into pyruvate. We have learned the process where pyruvate is being converted into glucose. We have learned the process. Yes, but okay. Lastly, this Krebs cycle से जो भी NADH2 FADH2 इन दोनों reactions are all being used into the next reaction. The next type of a reaction that's there, this is what you know as the oxidative phosphorylation. So in तीनों reactions को मिलके you can see 34 plus 2 plus 2, that's 38 ATP molecules have been produced. 38 ATP molecules जो हैं ये बन गए हैं by the end of the process. Does it get have a screenshot? So how can you use screenshot? Screenshot say what communities have is Am I audible now? Breaking a lot. Just hold on, hold on, hold on. Is it now? Is it now? Is it clear now? Is the voice clear now? Am I audible? Am I audible to all of you? No, thank you so much. Sorry. The next. Thank you. Bye.